there, and welcome to Neophyte.tv, the technology show for the not-so-geeky. My name is Ben Friedman, and two things that I really like are a steaming hot cup of coffee and shows with my good friend Jerry. Jerry, thanks for being on the show.
Thanks for having me back.
Jerry, I recall about 6 months or so ago, you were telling me you were having some troubles sleeping.
Indeed.
And we had just been approached by a company to review this product, which is the HBI Dreamkeeper 400, which is a wrist-mounted device that apparently is supposed to help you sleep. And so I said, well, I know Jerry's having some trouble sleeping. We'll give him this device. He can try it out, for a few weeks and see how it goes. First of all, tell me what it's supposed to do.
Well, according to the directions, it's supposed to send little pulses of vibration into your bloodstream and help to calm you down so you can go to sleep at night.
Pulses of vibration into your blood, like your pulse, like on your vein. It doesn't actually, it doesn't inject anything.
No.
Okay.
It's not. We're not talking about a taser gun here.
That'd put you to sleep
That
pretty
definitely
quick.
would.
Yeah.
Better than this.
Oh, better than this. So
Yeah.
you tried it out for a little bit. What was your experience with it?
I tried it out for about four to 5 weeks.
Yeah.
That's the recommended time they say.
Let me hold it up to the good people here. It goes on your wrist like so, and then you push this button, and then it sends little vibration pulses in there. Mm-hmm. And I think, if I remember reading it, the pulses are supposed to kind of slow down over time.
Right.
And gradually that's supposed to train your heart rate to slow down and relax.
Right.
Tell me about your experience with it.
My experience with it, well, aside from being kind of large and intrusive on your wrist, because it is quite large, you have to put it on really tight. I mean, you really have to put it on tight, so it essentially cuts off the circulation. Your hand goes tingly, numb. But it's loud. The vibrations are really loud. So I found rather than putting me to sleep, it just kept me awake because the vibrations were loud enough to do so.
So it was like having something vibrating on your arm actually kept you awake.
Mm-hmm.
That obviously describes why you were so bitchy for that period of time last fall.
Well, I did it all for you.
I appreciate that. So, no, you didn't find any benefit out of it?
Not really.
Okay.
Nothing an Ambien couldn't fix.
There you go. So, I mean, I guess the idea is it's supposed to be like a drug-free way of doing that. But it would be a bit of a problem. I wonder, do you think it would keep someone else up if they were in bed with you?
It did sometimes at times, but it is loud, and as you can increase the intensity of the vibrations. Oh
wow! I just turned it on. I wonder if you can hear this. Let me see. I can actually hear it. On me right now.
I mean, it is loud, and if you have your arm laying on the bed or anything like that, then it has a tendency to kind of send some of the vibration through the bed. You got to take off this little cover.
Ah, I see.
And then you put it on the bottom of your wrist, and you're lugging this thing around. It is. I mean, you have to put it on tight, otherwise, because it has to stay in one location.
So it has to stay in one spot, and it has to be close enough to you that it's really taking care of that.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing you do not then recommend the Dreamkeeper 400.
No, go get some exercise before you go to sleep. That'll probably put you to sleep a little bit better.
And if not, there's always the Ambien.
Or that. Or you could just get drunk.
That's always my preferred solution. So, okay, that's the HBI Dreamkeeper 400. By the way, I know you didn't know this at the time, but I think we looked up the price on this, and $120.
Yeah, that's...
So for what is essentially, like a beeper.
I think you're spending that on the packaging.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Comes in a nice fancy box with,
Okay.
It looks nice.
Well, it's not a very good rating for the HBI Dreamkeeper 400. Probably not the best way to stay awake, but Jerry has another review for us of something else.
Stay tuned.
So please, as he says, stay tuned. And we are back, and as a lot of you know, Jerry is also my go-to guy for anything automotive, as he is the king of automotive gadgets. He has every automotive gadget, and one thing we're looking at here is this brand new portable GPS by Alpine, and this is the Alpine PND K3. Jerry, you've had this, you've used it for a couple weeks. Tell me your thoughts.
Well, as you know, I spend a lot of time on the road for work.
You do?
You know, meeting clients, going to different locations that I oftentimes don't know where I'm going. So the navigation purposes, it's fantastic. You know, I've used other similar products before, and you know, a lot of times they can't really find the address you're looking for, especially if it's the boondocks. So for it being a portable navigation system, it works incredibly well.
So great. I notice here you've got it on a suction cup mount, so this can just suction cup right to your windshield.
Right to your windshield, yeah.
Yeah, and you know, I've heard a lot of people actually prefer these portable ones to the ones built into the car, because a year down the road, the portable one, you can buy a new one, it's got all the new bells and whistles, whereas if you've got one built into the car, a couple of years down the road, it starts to look pretty dated.
It's out. Well, you know, sometimes you can buy new discs to update those things, but you know, nowadays it's kind of being obsolete. These you can go online and update them, you know, so that you can plug them into your computer, update it.
That's cool.
But this thing has a lot of really cool features. It does have Bluetooth connectivity to it, so you know, you get into your phone, or get into your car, automatically.
You get into your phone,
you
can dial your car.
Crawl into, you know, pretty soon Apple will have cars.
Yeah, there you go.
But you get into your car, it pairs with your phone, so you know you can.
So it becomes like a hands-free speakerphone for your phone.
Similar to the product I reviewed before.
Yeah.
Quality, you know, the audio quality for that's kind of poor. It does sound like you're talking in a wind tunnel.
Does it sound like you're talking to a GPS?
Similar, yeah.
Your conversations, you're like, hey, how's it going? And they're like, make a legal U-turn.
Yeah, pretty much.
Turn right in 100 miles. Yeah, but how's that proposal I sent out to you? Turn left at the next intersection.
Yeah, that part's kind of bad. But, you know, if you have a little mini SD with MP3s, you can plug that in and also have some music playing on it. Again,
now, just playing through its own little speaker?
Right, yeah, it's not going to go through your audio. It's going to sound...
crap. Yeah.
But if if you drive a crappy car that has no stereo, it's, you know, or a U-Haul. I drove a U-Haul once with no stereo. This
Could you take it off and just use it like not on its stand, like as a Walkman?
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Just pops off
right
easily.
off.
It's battery powered. Now, I've noticed here that, you know, I've got, I don't know if you can see this here, little car icon here. Kind of looks like a Honda Accord, I'd say, maybe. I don't know.
It looks like a white car.
It looks like a little white car. And, oh, look, if I zoom in, oh, no, if I zoom in, it doesn't make, oh, it does make the car bigger. Here you go. I'm zooming in and out. I'm not able to get an actual map view up on here because it doesn't have that.
That is
oh, there we go.
That's because you're zoomed in a little bit too far. That's a map of my house. You press the home button.
I press the home button. So anyone who wants to know where Jerry lives, you can rewind.
It's right there.
And let me zoom out a bit more here so people can see a little bit about that. Now, this is like a 2D map. Is there a 3D version of that as well?
There is a 3D version. You just press this little icon in the corner, and there you go.
Wow.
Shows the horizon.
And look, there's a big knife and a fork in the road over here. So you just turn right at the fork in the road.
Exactly.
Right?
Perfect. Exactly.
Indeed.
For all you women out there that navigate by destinations, there you go.
All you women. Okay, we're going to get email about that. Bad things. Anything you don't like about it? Can I put this back on here? Is it easy?
You know, I'm sort of a wire-ophobe.
A wire-ophobe.
I hate wires. I hate things hanging out in my car. I'm, you know, very meticulous about that. The wire's pretty short, you know.
Well, this is the to plug it in?
This is the plug it in. It just goes into your cigarette lighter. And, you know, this is the cigarette lighter in itself is pretty intrusive. It's pretty big.
Right.
And the wire's kind of short, so, you know, I had to...
Short and thick. It's like
it is pretty big.
Hard to shove that behind your, in the cracks on your dashboard.
Right. You know, you can... I tried my best to hide it, but you see it. I mean, it's out there. You know, I guess you could hardwire this into your electrical system on your car. That wouldn't be too tough to do. And then it's out of the way. To me, that's really the only negative. Like I said, I've played with these things, other units. One thing that's unique about this one, you know, cars these days have all sorts of different ambient lighting inside the gauges, or blue, green, amber, you know, whatever it may be. And this one can actually change to, you know, match your gauges.
So if you've got green lights, you can change this to green. Right now, I think we're in blue, but you can change it to green and do that.
You can change it to green, very cool. Amber.
Worth $300? Is $300 unit?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
you know, the point of interest navigation on it's really cool. I had to go to a meeting with a client way far out in the sticks, and I didn't have the address, but I did have the name of the place where I was going. I punched that in, and it
I found it.
Gave me turn-by-turn directions. Also, you know, if there's a detour in the road, obviously this thing's not going to know about it. If there's road construction, you can turn around and it's not going to be annoying and sit there and tell you, for 10 miles to make a legal U-turn. It'll just remap it and find a new way to get there.
Excellent. So that is the Alpine PND K3. A very positive review. Certainly better than the Sleep Dreamkeeper thing.
Much better.
That's great. Well, thanks very much for coming down.
Thanks again, Ben.
If you have any comments on this or your favorite GPS, drop us a comment at www.neo-fight.tv. And if you have an extra 30 seconds, take a look at this.
Hey, I'm Andy Walker. Have you just bought a new computer with Windows Vista on it? Or maybe you've got an old XP computer that you're upgraded. Well, we've just created an amazing new DVD that'll teach you everything you need to know about the new operating system from Microsoft. It's called Getting Started with Windows Vista. In this DVD, there are 3 sections. One is out of the box, what you need to do as soon as you start up Vista. Number 2 is Vista Essentials, things you need to know every day to make your computer experience amazing. Antivirus, security, all kinds of new features that Vista offers. And finally, geek tips and tricks, things you need to know that nobody else will have told you to make you a Vista guru. For more information, check out our website at gettingstartedvideo.com.